team, that matchup at the guard position, that is going to be special.
Well, that's the point of attack on both ends of the floor, and it's always fun to see skilled and capable guards duel it out. It is like watching a great chess match.
And checking out Utah's opening lineup, wing pair will be Sexton and Markkanen. The pairing up front, it'll be Collins and Kessler. And it's Collier in at point.
Well, this has always been Lauri Markkanen's calling card, right? A 7-footer who can space the floor with that three-point shooting ability.
And the basket by Gilgeous-Alexander.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
The shot by Sexton, no good. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. I was able to talk with Mark Daigneault for a minute. He talked about the challenges that come with playing against Lauri Markkanen. Coach said you have to know where Lauri is at all times because he's so effective playing off the ball. He's a knockdown shooter and a smart cutter. And he moves extremely well for his size. This team's got a lot of respect for the mobile 7-footer. Back to you guys.
Thanks, David. And here now the Thunder, following the bucket by the Jazz. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, and it's sent back by Kessler. Markkanen finds Kessler. Collier offline with his three. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. ADB, what do you make of Colin Sexton's nickname, Young Bull?
Kevin, I think it's a very apt moniker because this guy is relentless. He attacks you with his defense. He's going to come at you with a ton of youthful energy, and he will not back down.
Utah has gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Here's Collins, and the rebound goes to the Thunder.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
I think expect them to go back to it because that's the kind of shot this offense is designed to generate. Always a bonus when points come from unlikely sources. And you can see this guy's been working on that shot.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Doris, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has a chance to go down as one of the greatest Canadian basketball players ever.
Kevin, that is a bold statement when you consider that the great Steve Nash, 2-time MVP and one of the best passers in the history of the game, is of Canadian descent. But this guy, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, is putting together quite the resume. Let's just hope he can sustain that stardom.
Now, here's Sexton. Clock at 4. And the 3 off target. Sexton against Dort. Hartenstein passes to Williams. Dort with the ball. The Thunder with another miss. Here's Markkanen. And Collins now top the key. And Sexton has it in the corner. Bangs home the trifecta.
Well, this is what you call finding angles to come off in the catch-and-shoot situation. Nice job by Colin Sexton.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander puts up a deep 3. Kessler with the rebound.
Well, he tries to answer with a 3 of his own and can't do it. You can't get caught up in the one-on-one aspect.
Sexton kicks to Markkanen. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Thunder trailing by 7. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
They get it again. A nice shot by Hartenstein.
What energy on the offensive boards. The defense can't match the effort, and they paid the price.
Collins against Holmgren. Left side, Markkanen. Fires the 3. Up and in. Off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
The tray. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. And it's slammed in by Williams.
Oh, reversed it home. That was pretty.
Agreed. The agility on display. Takes a three. And it's Collier missing. Well, Thunder have gotten just 3 of their first 9 shots to go down in this game. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Shots good by Williams.
This guy is a pick-your-poison kind of player. Very hard defensively to cover all your bases with him.
Sexton the pass to Kessler. Markkanen in the corner. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
For 3.
Markkanen's got 9.
And how about the payback there, guys? You do you, I do me.
Oh, you love to see the competitive fire, a little bit of pride.
The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. It's the Jazz. They lead by 6. And for 2K Sports, we'll be back here at Paycom Center right after this. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. Let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Utah Jazz.
Absolutely dialed in from beyond the arc so far in this one. The defense is surrendering the long-range shot here early on.
And their assist total, also impressive early, creating with the pass and playing for teammates.
And so in the game for the Jazz, they've got Jordan Clarkson. Also George out there. And it's Potter in at the 4 slot.
I'll tell you, you are playing with fire anytime you leave this guy open, and they just got burned.
You know, when you talk about this Jazz team, Doris, you have to mention head coach Will Hardy.
You certainly do, Kevin, because remember, he came from the Boston Celtics organization. He also had a history in San Antonio. He is known as an excellent tactician. He does an incredible job scouting. Utah always one of the best prepared teams in the league.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, DA?
Kevin, the Thunder take it 1 step at a time. All-star Shai Gilgeous-Alexander says, I think we all stay in the moment, and that's why we've been able to get better. Attack the day, the program in front of us. We all have the right intentions and want to win at the end of the day. Kevin?
A bad attitude growing by leaps and bounds. Thank you, David. George. No good with the wing jumper.
Pressured that shot by getting a hand up just as good as a block.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact.
Here's Hendricks. He's guarded by Williams. Pass to Potter. Outside, George. Here's Potter. Beyond the arc. Nailed from three-point land. Potter's got 6 points.
Textbook, nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
Wiggins drives in.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Where was the defense? No help. You can't afford to give up these kinds of buckets.
George with the screen on Wiggins. Now here's George, covered by Joe. Here's Potter. No good from outside. And so it's Williams who brings it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. 8-point game. Pass to Wiggins. Here's Wallace. Off target from three-point range. Utah's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Here's Filipowski. Still scoreless. They set the pick. Clarkson for 3. Hits it from three-point range. Clarkson's got the lead up to 11 now for the Jazz. So, Doris, here's a question for you. Should the NBA widen the court? Because the corner 3 now is such a staple in these offenses.
That's exactly right. One of the most coveted, Kevin, because the proximity of the shot is so desirable. Here's what we know unequivocally. There's no way they're going to widen the court because it would take out some of the money-making courtside seats. That's not happening.
George passes to Potter. Outside, George fires away from way outside. Rebound by Wallace.
Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
Joe can't get it to go.
definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Knocked away. George dishes to Clarkson. It's George on the wing, covered by Joe. Launches a three. The Jazz with another miss. Thunder trailing by 11. Here's Caruso. The Thunder with another miss. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to Potter. Puts up a three. A three-pointer is right on target. Potter's got 9 points in the quarter. Oklahoma City shooting terribly up to this point, just 30%. Some ramshackle offense play there. Caruso, no good. Fast break, here come the Jazz. Hendricks can't get it to go. Here's Joe. Off target with his three. And we've reached halftime in this one. It's the Jazz
15.
as they wrap up the second quarter on a 12-4 run. We'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. It's been quite a game for Lauri Markkanen.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
The 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Holmgren and Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. And it's Williams at the 3, the small forward. That's the lineup out there for the Thunder. That one goes. Count it. Holmgren's got it going here in the start of the second half. The first points in the third quarter for the Thunder. Sexton for 3. It's Chet Holmgren with the rebound. Holmgren's got his 4th rebound in this one. Doors, do you think the Oklahoma City Thunder has the best young core in the NBA?
Well, they are absolutely loaded with talent, Kevin. Not only that, they fit together. Now they've got a perennial MVP because Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has inserted himself into the best player in the game conversation and a rising star in Chet Holmgren. Look out. Now, this is Markkanen cleaning up on the offensive end. 7-footer, just so skilled. He can find different spots to be effective.
And it's Gilgeous-Alexander missing. Jazz leading by 15. Outside, Sexton. Pass to Collier. Back to Sexton. Fires the 3. That shot off. The Thunder have gone 1 of 5 from the field since halftime. Very slow start offensively. The offensive rebound. Hartenstein can't get it to go.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
Kessler setting the pick for Collins. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Hartenstein's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. With a short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, Lou Dort makes his bones at the defensive end. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander says, I always try to test myself against him in practice because he's the best of the best. And Coach Mark Daigneault said, I look at him more like he's an artist. We can shift him anywhere. There's no one he can't guard. Kevin?
David, he is a beast. Wow, thank you for the report. Here's Collier, and the 3 ball is good. Collier's got 8 points.
Listen, this guy is not the most dangerous threat from there, but you have got to honor the shooting a little bit.
And here's Gilgeous-Alexander outside. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist.
And this is the kind of fire Gilgeous-Alexander plays with. How about the response there?
Collins, a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Collier. Back to Collins. Kessler wide open. He fired. Shot is good off the back rim and in. And the Jazz lead by 14. DB, one thing about Kessler, he will challenge anybody at the rim. Wow.
There's no question, Kevin. Walker Kessler is one of those guys who's not afraid to get dunked on. He is a rim protector of the highest order. He's going to win some, he's going to lose some, but he's always going to try to do his job.
Outside, Sexton. There's 1:38 left in the third quarter of the game.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Gilgeous-Alexander deciding where to go with it. Puts up a deep three. Doesn't go either for Gilgeous-Alexander. Jazz leading by 14. We've got 1:08 left in the third quarter. And here's Collins from outside. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. And here we go. Holmgren heading to the hoop. And the dunk by Holmgren.
In great recognition, Holmgren saw the open floor and took advantage.
Pass to Collins. Sexton on the wing. Off target from outside.
He needs to look to try to drive inside and get going. That outside shot is simply not there.
And it's sent back by Kessler. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Kessler. Wallace is checked in for Hartenstein. Then for the Jazz, Filipowski comes in for Walker Kessler. And George is subbed in for Collier. Collins against Williams. Fires from deep. And with that shot, the Jazz lead is cut down now to just 9 in the bucket from Gilgeous-Alexander. There's a 4-second difference in the shot clock to the game clock. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Thunder. Rebound, Utah. Filipowski's got his 7th rebound here tonight. The open look here for Sexton. Knocks down the three ball. Sexton's got 6.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flanks.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
And so it's the Utah Jazz up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. Their defense has been terrific in this game. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the 2-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
Well, having multiple playmakers on the floor makes you a much tougher team to defend.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And Utah looking at who they've got to start the fourth quarter. Sharing the wing spot, it's Clarkson and Markkanen. Then there's Filipowski. Then it's Keontae George. And it's Sensabaugh in at the 4. Pass to Markkanen. To the wing on the left. To the left wing. Launches a 3. And the 3 ball is good.
Not just a scorer. Clarkson is very willing to dish it when a teammate's open.
Now here's Holmgren. And the Jazz pushing it up now. A 3 ball. Markkanen can't get it to go. Thunder trailing by 15. Holmgren kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. A 3-pointer off the mark.
After the strong first half, this guy has not been the same, and largely a no-show right here.
George passes to Filipowski. George against Caruso. Pass to Filipowski. There's the 3. The shot's good on the assist by George. And the Jazz lead by 18.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
Utah's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Markkanen from outside. It's Chet Holmgren with the rebound. The Thunder have gone 0 of 3 to start the fourth quarter. Caruso, no good. Utah leading by 18. Deep 2 from Clarkson. And Holmgren pulls it down. Holmgren's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Corner shot. And again, no good by Oklahoma City.
He is just not taking smart shots out there, a pattern he has fallen into tonight.
The Jazz again can't hit it. Oklahoma City has gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. Driving inside. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on Lauri Markkanen. And Chet Holmgren's been a great player from day one, Doris. What do you like most about his game?
I don't know which aspect to pick. This guy is a great rim protector. He can shoot the basketball from three-point territory and with great range from 3. But maybe my favorite aspect is the competitive toughness he brings on a nightly basis.
That's a 2 from Sexton. The Jazz with another miss.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Jazz leading by 16. Sexton with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Markkanen from outside. The shot's good on the assist by George.
Looking to close it out. That one might have been the backbreaker.
Well, at this point, they're so far up, it would take a real collapse to give this game away at this point.
Sexton with the screen for George. From outside, off the mark.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Jazz.
When you shoot this well from three-point range, you're really hard to stop. The defense didn't rotate out fast enough to stop the hot shooter.
Exactly, Kevin. They were lethal from deep.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Lauri Markkanen.
They simply can't stop him right now. This guy playing with passion and focus.
From deep three-point territory, that one's not going to go. Utah has gone over and over to the three-point shot in the fourth quarter. 4 of 9. And George kicks to Markkanen, takes a 3. Offensive rebound. Sexton for 3. The shot will not fall. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Outside Williams. Fires the 3. Rebounded by the Jazz. Guys, they can just sit on the ball here if they want to.
They have earned this win.
Sexton kicks to Markkanen. George passes to Sexton. For 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Unselfishness can be infectious. Terrific teamwork.
And so it's Utah easily grabbing the win. A resounding victory for them. And Greg.
you're as fired up for this one as I am. Some of the league's most exciting talent on the floor.
Oh my, man, I am most definitely up for this one. With the athleticism on both sides, there's gonna be no shortage of highlights.
Let's check out Minnesota's starting lineup. Conley and Ann are the 1 and the 2. Rudy Gobert is out there with Julius Randle. And it's McDaniels in at the small forward position. Now here's McDaniels. The kick out to Edwards. Randle outside. Three-pointer. 6 on the shot clock. Williams grabs the board. And Williams has got the ball here for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Gilgeous-Alexander against Conley. Dort, the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Pure from three-point range.
Outside, inside, in between, it doesn't matter. SGA is lethal.
Gilgeous-Alexander's gone 1 for 2 from the three-point line. This past offseason, OKC decided to move on from their former first-round pick, Josh Giddey.
Yeah, the 6th overall pick in 2021. Giddey is a talented player with good upside, but fit is so important in the NBA, and the Thunder knew his talents would be better suited elsewhere.
Minnesota has gone 0 for 2 from outside. McDaniels with it, guarded now by Williams. Randle outside. The kick out to Edwards. That's in. Coming off an assist from Randle.
Nice smooth three-point shot by Edwards there. Boy, he's got confidence from behind the arc.
Gilgeous-Alexander attacking. Soft touch off the glass. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 5 points.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
And up the court come the Thunder on the break. Three-pointer off the mark. Minnesota's gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Here's Edwards. Oklahoma City grabs a miss.
He just couldn't finish the job that time, and too bad, because it was a nice look.
Dort finds Williams. Here's Hartenstein. And here's Holmgren. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Count it. His 3rd and 5 attempts.
And the D can't allow Gilgeous-Alexander to get this positioning, because once he does, he makes you pay.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Ryan, Anthony Edwards, his disposition just brightens a locker room. Coach Chris Finch said he's an absolute joy to coach. Always in a great mood with a great smile. It doesn't matter if he plays well or he doesn't. Every day he has the same approach and the same attitude.
And he wants to be great, Allie. There's no doubt about that. Oh, rejected by McDaniels. The Thunder making a switch here. Williams is checked in. Reed's checked in for the Timberwolves. DiVincenzo comes in for Conley. Dort against Edwards. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. There's the drive. Spins. Shot clock at 5. Ooh, McDaniels with a steal. All alone on the break. Randle, good.
In transition, Randle, extremely mobile for a power forward.
For Oklahoma City, they've gone just 3 for 7 here at the start.
You know, a reliable veteran like Julius Randle is so valuable. He provides a foundation for everyone else to play off of, because they know he'll be there to score and help out. He makes it easier for other players to succeed around him. You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Gilgeous-Alexander on the wing. DiVincenzo covering. Here's Williams. No good. Unable to win this run.
Boy, that is awesome defense, guys, against a capable finisher. Well done. I'm sure the coaches love that.
Pass to DiVincenzo. From behind the arc. Williams grabs the board. Thunder trail by 4. They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
And Williams punches it home.
You can tell Dort keeps his options open when he has the ball. He'll set up another guy if he can.
DiVincenzo, the pass to Reed. Up top, Edwards. Pass to Randle. Just 5 to shoot. And here's McDaniels. Williams defending. McDaniels, that's good.
attacking right away. McDaniels wasting no time there.
Now Holmgren. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Oklahoma City shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
And you know, a lot of times, guys, in some of their performances last year, their free throw numbers helped them win games.
Clark is checked in for the Timberwolves. Alexander Walker comes in for Anthony Edwards.
Yeah, what's special about Gilgeous-Alexander is how shifty he is, which also makes it so tough on defenses.
Outside, Alexander Walker. Randall finds Clark. There's the steal. Pushing it up the floor. Here comes Oklahoma City. Misses the slam off the fast break.
Okay, that's how you stop a dunk. The defender brings the interference in a big way.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. It's Minnesota. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. And when you consider how Minnesota is doing, guys, your thoughts?
It's simple. The main takeaway from the first quarter is they're winning this game with defense.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, look at the energy, the effort defensively. They put it all out there in that opening quarter.
On the court for the Timberwolves. Naz Reid out there with Rudy Gobert. Then it's Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Then there's Dillingham. And it's Clark in at the 3, the small forward. Clark with Minnesota being a major player in the West now. Wolves Nation is howling.
Howling and growling, B.A. That's the name of their fan base. And, yeah, they're excited. And for good reason. Not only is this team competitive, but they can be downright dominant at times, especially at the defensive end of the floor. Easy group to cheer for.
Oklahoma City shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game. Well, Grant, as you always say, in the playoffs, you need a player who can score in isolation.
That's true, B.A. And in a 7-game series, defenses disrupt your set offense. If your stars can go mano-a-mano and create something out of nothing, that's often the best you can get.
Oklahoma City on D, and Gobert with the stuff.
Gobert knows his strengths on offense and plays to them well.
Hardenstein passes to Caruso. Joe with the ball. Wallace outside. Back to Joe. It's Wiggins on the wing. 5 to shoot. Oklahoma City's got to hurry. They got to get up a shot. A chance there to take the lead, but a miss. Minnesota in the lead. Alexander Walker, the pass to Gobert. Launches a 3. He goes up again. Caruso grabs the board. And so it's Caruso who brings up the ball for the Thunder. Joe hits the trifecta. Joe's got 6.
Defensively, got to close out a little faster. That's a look he'll make with regularity.
Outside, Alexander Walker. After missing his first attempt, now 1 for 2.
You have to love the unselfishness on display there. Excellent passing.
It's Wiggins on the wing. Reid defending. Wiggins passes to Joe.
That was a good call. The defense wasn't established.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
For the Thunder, Holmgren, he's checked in for Wiggins. Jalen Williams comes in for Joe, and it's Lou Dort in for Wallace. Outside, Williams. And Gobert with a block.
This is what Gobert is known for, his ability to swat shots away with ease.
McDaniels passes to Conley. The 3 ball. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
A total defensive collapse. I mean, no reason to allow him that kind of space from behind the arc.
To the paint. Ooh, poked away. And now the T-Wolves on the break. And here's Dillingham from the arc. Here's McDaniels. Nice work on the boards, paying off with a basket. He's got 7. All right, guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for the Timberwolves?
Well, you know, they've been aggressive on the defensive end, and it's paying off for them. Quite a few takeaways for them in the early going.
Another stat they're doing well is in blocks. They're keeping their hands up and closing out quickly on shooters. Oh, I love the ferocity on the drive. Williams doesn't lack confidence tearing towards the rim.
Here's Gobert. Playing to his strength. Gobert inside.
That's a textbook example of how to move the ball. Boy, you got to love that action.
All right, Clark, how about Rudy Gobert? What consistency rebounding the ball.
Yeah, averaging double digits pretty much every season, BA. And that helps them in the battle of possessions, obviously. And it also helps them control pace. You got a guy who eats glass like that and defends at a high level. You got something real good for yourself.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Well, the Timberwolves are one of the biggest teams in the association, and Coach Chris Finch said, quote, "That's how we're built. It's part of our identity. That's what we have to lean into. We want to be big at the rim and force our size on opponents." Brian, he loves to see other teams hesitant to venture into the paint.
Hearing footsteps, right? Allie, thanks. Gilgeous-Alexander's checked in for Oklahoma City. The Timberwolves lead by 4. And Williams over to help. Conley passes to Randall. Dort with a steal. In transition. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And Dort just wanting that basket more than anyone else. Give him credit for out-hustling everyone.
And the foul called on Jalen Williams. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Williams is checked in for Oklahoma City.
Number 6, Jalen Williams.
Conley finds McDaniels. Yes, great play by Conley to set it up. McDaniels got 5 points now in the quarter.
If you want the title of 3-and-D player, you've got to make 3. McDaniels has really worked on that shot.
This team looks to him to score the ball. They feel good when he's taking the shots.
Michael Conley with excellent vision on that pass.
Here's Williams. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. It's rebounded by Anthony Edwards.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Williams from long range. McDaniels with the rebound. The Timberwolves lead by 5. Outside Conley. Oklahoma City grabs a miss.
You got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
Probably should have scored there. He usually does.
And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. It's Minnesota up 5. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. One of the stories here, Jaden McDaniels getting it done today.
You just love his patience offensively in the first half. Waited until he got the looks he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
Some serious height in the middle. Holmgren the 4, Hartenstein the 5. Gilgeous-Alexander runs the point with Dort at the 2, and it's Williams in at the 3 spot. That's the lineup for Oklahoma City. McDaniels can't hit. Thunder trail by 5. Here's Holmgren. Holmgren's size beats the contact.
A beautiful finish through contact. That's the dog in Holmgren.
And Grant, the success of teams like the Timberwolves showing that size still matters.
Yeah, in this pace and space era, that may have come into question just a bit, but size and skill combined has always been your best bet at winning.
Here's Hartenstein, following the score by Minnesota. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Conley passes to McDaniels. 3-pointer, no good. And so it's Holmgren with it. He brings it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. It's a 5-point game. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. The drive by Shea. Can't hit that one. Good work defensively by Randall. Conley passes to Gobert. Outside for Randall. Holmgren against Conley. A shot from the mid-range. Hits the rim on the way in, and the bucket is good. And now a 7-point Minnesota lead.
A versatile shooter like Conley can make the mid-range work for him, even if it's not his best shot.
And Jaden McDaniels picks up the foul. That's his first foul. A big group substitution here for Oklahoma City. Wiggins, he's checked in for Hartenstein. Caruso comes in for Williams. Wallace, he's checked in for Dort. And Joe's subbed in for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And Minnesota will go for a different look here. Reed's checked in for Randall. Clark comes in for McDaniels. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Anthony Edwards. And Dillingham subbed in for Conley. Now here's Gobert. Pass to Dillingham. Back to Gobert. Good on the shot. Gobert's got 6 points.
This is Gobert's comfort zone, using his size to capitalize down there.
Thunder trail by 6. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Wiggins against Reed. Pass to Wallace. 6 to shoot. And here's Caruso outside. Reed with the rebound. Reed's got his 5th rebound in this one. To the inside. Outside, Alexander Walker.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2
Hook
minutes.
loose. Wiggins passes to Wallace. Back to Wiggins. And Gobert with a block. And that's out of bounds. Oklahoma City will keep it. Williams is checked in for Chet Holmgren. And the Timberwolves also making a change. DiVincenzo's checked in. Wallace outside. Shot clock at 5. And the foul on the shot. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. Oklahoma City shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight. No good on that one. Grant, how about the rise?
Drafted well and gave those picks lots of playing time. Plus, they made some fantastic trades. And of course, don't forget, OKC still has a boatload of picks.
DiVincenzo with the nice touch on the inside shot. Boy, he really knows how to make it work at close range.
Fires for 3. Nails it from beyond the arc. And now a 10-point Timberwolves lead.
Great idea to pull up and take the transition 3 there. The D was in position to block his path to the hoop if he took it inside.
Caruso outside. Reed with the rebound. Reed's got his 6th rebound on the night. Pass to Gobert. Oh! Gobert hammers it home.
Since halftime, they have been efficient and effective, making Coach very happy.
Boy, I like the disposition and attitude since halftime. They're patiently looking for good shots.
Now here's Caruso. No points yet. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. Outside, DiVincenzo. Here's the 3. Joe with the defensive effort. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Down low. Up top, Alexander Walker. Williams defending.
Baseline.
And here's Clark for 3. No luck on that one. And so it's Minnesota now holding a 12-point lead at quarter's end. And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. Thunder trail by 12. And a look now at the 5 for the Timberwolves to start the 4th quarter. Ed is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Julius Randle out there with Naz Reid. And it's DiVincenzo in at the point. Now here's DiVincenzo. McDaniels finds Reed. Launches it from deep. Oklahoma City grabs a miss. Williams with it. Now guarded by McDaniels. Dort against Edwards. Dort left side. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. 6 on the shot clock. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. It's on Dante DiVincenzo.
There's that man, Gilgeous-Alexander. So tough to contend with his quickness.
And something that makes SGA so dangerous on offense, his elite drive and kick ability.
Yeah, you have to load towards him when he comes off a high pick. He just draws so much attention and can find another cutter or spot-up shooter. He has so much gravity to his game.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Oh, the determination from Gilgeous-Alexander.
Yeah, and Gilgeous-Alexander is a fighter. Someone that challenges the defense and bullies his way through contact.
McDaniels, that's good.
And he couldn't get an easier shot. The defense right now just looks defeated.
Well, that's exactly the kind of defense that's gotten them into the hole.
It's Dort on the wing, and stolen by Edwards. McDaniels with it, now guarded by Holmgren. Randall, and it's Randall with the jam.
You know, once he has the positioning he wants, he's ready for the big finish. Julius Randle throwing it down.
Dort, the pass to Holmgren. Gilgeous-Alexander against Conley. Oh, a great move from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 6 here in the quarter. Randall outside. Back to Conley. Fires the 3. No luck on that one. Ooh, some solid defense from Gilgeous-Alexander. Dort finds Williams. Pass to Holmgren. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Clock at 6. And Conley grabs the miss. Minnesota leading by 10. Randall, the pass to McDaniels. No good with the triple. The Thunder have gotten half of their attempts to fall in the fourth. 2 for 4 now.
You know, to cut deficits, you got to be making smart basketball plays out there. Taking care of the ball. It's not done by hoisting up bonehead threes like that one.
Minnesota again missing.
He continues to let it fly, but the makes have been few and far between.
And Dort with the bucket on the assist from Hartenstein.
And clearly Dort knows how to operate inside, making his way to a high percentage shot.
Randall, the pass to Conley. Reed with it. Now Gilgeous-Alexander defending. Sinks the tray. And the Timberwolves lead by 11.
I love it. Just thumbing his nose at the height disadvantage, he's able to get the space he needs and convert.
And you look at him, he's given up an awful lot of size in that matchup, so he needs to have the ability to create separation.
Dort, the pass to Williams. Gilgeous-Alexander looking it over. Gilgeous-Alexander sinks a big one.
You're making it look easy. Gilgeous-Alexander is so skilled, the ball on a string, and we see him do this time and time again.
Minnesota leading by 9. McDaniels finds Reed. Now Conley. From downtown, Hartenstein pulls it in.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Gilgeous-Alexander into the lane. Gilgeous-Alexander slices in for a bucket.
All it takes is a sliver of daylight, and Gilgeous-Alexander will exploit it.
From deep, Conley. Count that one. He's now 5 for 8.
Well, now it's just a matter of watching the sand fall through the hourglass. This game is wrapped up in a strong showing for the Timberwolves.
I was really impressed with their attitude today, Grant. Competitive game, they battled through every step of the way.
And BA, can you say big-time effort and energy? I mean, just a tremendous performance. They were well-deserving of this win.
And no question this was a team effort, but you have to love how big a night this was for Mike Conley.
I'll tell you what, this guy worked his behind off on both ends of the floor. He was really an intimidating presence out there.
From deep three-point land. They get it back. Outside Edwards for 3. Nails it from 3. And the Timberwolves lead by 13.
Yeah, they blocked out the noise, blocked out the distractions, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Boy, a fantastic performance. And I tell you something, I mean, you get roadkill, that's always a challenge in the NBA, no matter what. And they got it done.
So So we see the Timberwolves taking the W here. Allie, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight.
Plenty of action down in the painted area tonight, Greg, with the big man matchup in this one.
Yeah, I love to see skilled bigs dueling down low. Kind of a throwback in some ways, but there's still plenty of physicality in the modern game.
And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniels. Randall out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's Conley in at the point guard position. Here's Collier. Collins, good.
And you love how instant Collins' shot can be. Gets a pass and wastes no time in releasing it.
Now here's Conley. Here's Gobert. Kessler with the rebound.
Well, that's a miss you can live with. I expect they'll go to it again, especially if the defense continues to concede it.
Pass to Collier. Kicks it out to Collins. Here's Collier. 6 to shoot. A three-pointer, no good. Well, Greg, over the last few seasons, one area of consistency for the Jazz has been their rebounding.
Yeah, and they have some size, and they make controlling the boards a focal point. When you're playing Utah, you better be ready to put a body on somebody.
Collins passes to Collier. Outside, Markkanen. Pass to Collier. Fires for three. Gobert pulls it in. Timberwolves have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. It's Randall with the drive.
And when Randall gets rolling on the drive, there's almost no stopping him. His size and athleticism are going to get him to the hoop.
Collins wide open. He fires. No good on the three. The Timberwolves have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Gobert finds Conley. Back to Gobert. Out to Edwards. Now here's Conley. Defense right on him. Here's McDaniels. Kessler with the rebound. Utah's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Here's McDaniels. Conley with the three. Off the mark. His first miss of the game. 1 for 2. Pass to Markkanen. Trey. The Jazz with another miss. Timberwolves leading by 4. Here's McDaniels. And finished off by McDaniels.
A fantastic decision-making big. Randall with the right choice there, finding the open man. Collins with it. Out defended by Randall. Such a wide open look. And that's exactly what he's looking for. Draining the triple.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That one on Collins.
And the physicality of Randall's game, impressive. It's what earns him those calls.
Last year, coach, as you know, the Timberwolves making it to the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah, that equaled their deepest run in team history. Dropping that series to the Mavs. Minnesota has never been to the finals. One of 5 franchises who've yet to get there.
Timberwolves have gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. That one falls.
Alexander Walker.
Jazz trail by 7. Here's George. It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Now, let's send it over to the decorated David Aldridge, who was able to talk with Will Hardy.
Now, we talked about the tall task of facing Anthony Edwards. Coach said he is so physical. Ant looks more like a linebacker than a wing, so we can't foul Edwards too much. That's playing right into his hands. So they'll try to play him tight without sending him to the line. Not easy to do. Back to you guys.
Okay, David, thanks.
Just look at what a sniper he is from long range. He's got such an unusual skill for a big fella.
Edwards can't hit. Utah is shooting 40% here in the early stages. Here's Hendricks. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Stolen by George. Pass to Hendricks. Drops in the tray.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make them pay.
To the inside. Edwards passes to Alexander Walker. Shot clock at 6. Now Reed uses the glass to finish the layup.
Reed, really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Clarkson for 3. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
With just about every shot in his bag, Clarkson is an elite-level scorer.
The fadeaway. The shot, no good. And up. And so, both teams trading buckets as we end the first quarter. Utah out in... Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Utah?
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
And one other thing they've done well today, guys, share the ball. I mean, set up teammates and just plain unselfishly.
In it forward, it's going to be Markkanen and Collins. The guard pair, it's George and Sexton. And it's Filipowski in at the center. That's the group right now for Utah.
A phenomenal floor general. Conley is gifted at getting it to his uncovered teammates.
The shot by Markkanen, nobody around. Drains it from beyond the arc. Markkanen's got the lead up to 3 now for the Jazz. Great Colin Sexton, still so young. He entered the league when he was just 19.
Yeah, drafted back in 2018. Sexton has a few years left in his 20s, so you expect him to continue to expand his game and improve on both ends.
The open look here for Sexton. And the Jazz, another 3.
And it's important Sexton makes those. The more he hits from outside, the more the floor will open up.
Here's DiVincenzo. George against Conley. Launches it. And it's hauled in by Lauri Markkanen.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
George passes to Markkanen. Back to George. Pass to Markkanen. In the corner, George with it. Now, here's Collins. Now George, covered by Conley. The shot by George, no good. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Here's Reed. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
Able to get a layup out of that one. That's just soft defense there.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, Rudy Gobert has tied for the most Defensive Player of the Year awards all time, but he's challenging himself to do more offensively. He said it's all about just being okay with missing or making mistakes, freeing my mind and doing the things that I work on to get out of the shell that I was being put in. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David Aldridge, we thank you for that report. Both teams will make substitutions. And that one misses.
You know, when Rudy Gobert is down low, it strikes fear into the opponent. This is a guy who has led the league in blocks and rebounds at different times. Inside the paint, he is just a nightmare to battle against.
Stolen by Kessler. Here's Sensabaugh. McDaniels defending. Sensabaugh no good. Timberwolves trail by 5.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Driving to the basket. Clark for 3. Kessler with the rebound. Kessler's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Sexton for 3. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Sexton. And the Jazz with some changes. Hendricks is checked in. And it's Clarkson in for Sexton. Randall's checked in for Minnesota. Edwards comes in for McDaniels. Dillingham with the bucket.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Pass to Hendricks. Clarkson outside. There's the triple. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Clark. And out of bounds as the Jazz gain possession. .112 left to play here in the half. Pass to Clarkson. Here's Collier. Another miss by Utah. Here's Edwards. What a shot by Edwards.
And sometimes Edwards makes defenses feel helpless. Tough shot there.
Clarkson on the wing. The 3. Another miss by Utah. And Randall has got the ball here for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Here's Clark. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there.
The defense does just enough to alter that shot.
Pass to Clarkson. From outside the arc. Drills it from outside. Clarkson's got 6.
A fine shooter from deep. Clarkson has a good feel for when to let it fly.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Dillingham with it. It's hauled in by Sensabaugh. Out left to the wing. Here's Collier. And the Jazz, another 3.
It's those kind of passes that bring up the entire team's confidence.
Another miss by Minnesota. It'll count. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's Utah, bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. From beyond the arc, they've been absolutely tremendous. We've got more in store for you right after this.
Please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drum line. They're thinking about the shot.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. It's been quite a game for Lauri Markkanen.
Yeah, I don't know if there's anything that the league can do to slow him down. He's just that good.
He's a problem, no doubt about it. One that opposing teams have to grapple with every time he takes the floor.
So on the floor for Minnesota, Conley and Edwards are the guards. Rudy Gobert is out there with Julius Randle. And it's McDaniels in at the small forward. Here's Collier. From deep, Collins. This league, Stan, is so deep with talent. Are there any players who you think get overlooked in the conversation?
That's a great question, Kevin. I mean, there are some guys who I think get underrated because they play with other guys who are so talented and draw the attention. One guy that I have really seen lately that I think has been better than people think is Grayson Allen, the best three-point shooter or one of the best three-point shooters in the NBA and a very underrated defender.
And he's evolving, isn't he? Looks like he's working on other parts of his game, but he's always been able to shoot, which has been his calling card.
And he's a much more athletic guy than people give him credit for.
Kessler setting the pick for Sexton. Back to Collins. hits the three-point bomb. Collins has got the lead up to 7 now for Utah.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking. That is a great finish! Oh, my.
You got to have guts and hops to pull off a dunk like that. Randall got a lot of both.
Here's Collier. Sexton with it. Pass to Markkanen. Shot clock at 5. The basket good off the assist from Sexton. Sexton's got 3 assists now in this one.
And what I love about Markkanen, he takes care of the basketball. And that's a result of being patient, playing smart, and just generally getting his points within the flow of the offense.
A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Timberwolves trail by 8. Gobert finds Randall. Back to Gobert. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Randall surveying the D. Stolen by Collins. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Pass to Collier. From past the arc. Good on the three-point shot. Collier's got 6.
He can be a forgotten man in their offense sometimes, but the D still has to keep an eye on him.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, thank you. The Utah Jazz last season became one of the first teams in the league to move their games to broadcast television. It's a gamble, but they just about tripled their reach. And with the rapid growth in the region, they have a chance to attract new fans. Kevin, no doubt, other NBA teams are keen to see how this goes.
Oh, David, no question at all. We thank you for your report. Timberwolves trail by 7. To the right side. Here's Randall. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
That's his first personal.
Randall's never been one to back down from physical play inside, and he's not going to start now.
And an unfortunate trend for the Utah Jazz stand the past couple seasons, losing the battle of possessions.
Yeah, Kevin, and that's hard to overcome. When you turn the ball over at a high rate, and then at the other end, you don't force any turnovers, you're losing that possession game all the time. Now, fortunately, they rebound the ball well, and that helps a little, but it doesn't totally solve the problem.
A shot by Alexander Walker, no good. Right there, the defender clearly trying to inhibit a fast break. I think that's a transition take foul. The Jazz shooting their first free throw of the game here.
And one of the highlights last year for this group was the fact that they were so efficient from the charity stripe. That's a huge factor.
And George kicks to Clarkson. It's George on the wing, defended by Alexander Walker. Pass to Filipowski. Here's Sensabaugh. Just 4 to shoot.
Man, it's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
The Jazz have shot just 1 free throw earlier, 1 for 1 in the game. He misses the free throw. Greg, this is some kind of note. Last year, Minnesota, for just the second time, had ever won a series in the postseason.
Yeah, they've been balanced in the first round, 10 of 12 appearances. But last year's team was different. Their elite defense fueled the conference finals run.
Now, here's Clarkson. He has 6. Lets it go from deep. Shot's good by Filipowski. Filipowski's got 6.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Look, when the 3 is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively. Well, when you move the ball, you open up the defense. Great job to make the unselfish play.
George passes to Potter. That 3 off the mark.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
Randall no good. Utah leading by 8. The shot by George, wide open. Gets the three-pointer to fall. George has got his second basket.
And developing that 3-ball shot, George is putting in the work now.
Reed finds Clark. Back to Reed. Here's Alexander Walker. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard. Put the pass right on the money.
Well, his height gives him the ability to see the floor, and he makes a quick decision and a great pass.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. The guard pair, it's George and Sexton. In it forward, it's going to be Markkanen and Collins. And it's Filipowski in at the 5. That's the group right now for Utah. Now, here's George. Outside, Sexton. That ball's nice speed that time from George. Sexton's got the lead up to 14 now for the Jazz. Reed with it. Guarded now by Sexton. Gobert can't hit. And it's the Jazz's ball. Three-pointer. The shot by Sexton, no good. DiVincenzo against George. DiVincenzo kicks to Reed. Pass to McDaniels. In the corner, it's DiVincenzo. And a miss there on the triple. And so Markkanen will bring it up for the Jazz. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Sexton's shot is good.
You know, the timing, the rhythm, I'm a big fan of when Sexton can just catch and shoot.
Stolen by Markkanen. And here's DiVincenzo from the arc. Kept alive. The shot by McDaniels, no good.
That's a defender doing just enough to cause a miss on the layup.
Sexton with it. Now defended by Gobert. Sexton's shot is good. Greg, you've been a part of some great contending teams over the years, but what's it like being on a team at the bottom of the standings with not a lot of hope for the regular season?
Well, Kevin, no one likes losing, but it can certainly take a toll. But it can also allow you to play more freely when you know you're bad and you're not having to deal with the pressure of expectations.
Walker Kessler, he's checked in for Filipowski. You know, Greg, thinking back to the glory days in Utah, they went to back-to-back finals in 97 and 98.
Unfortunately, though, Kevin, that Stockton-Malone era, they just couldn't overcome the dynastic Bulls. The Jazz still searching for that first NBA title.
Well, that's what you want. Get him the ball and see if he can close the gap.
Ball's knocked loose. Stolen by McDaniels. Puts up a deep three. An absolute bomb from three-point range.
Well, it's a three-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
Reed against Collins.
2 minutes remaining.
It's George on the wing. 6 on the shot clock. Anthony Edwards with the rebound. Edwards got 4 rebounds now tonight. No good on the triple. Guys, a good chance for them to slow it down.
Yeah, they definitely should use some clock here.
Sexton for 3. Sexton on the wing. Collins a screen on Edwards. Edwards with the block.
Well, I love whenever Edwards is disengaged defensively. Excellent job coming up with the block.
And looking a lot better now, but still a long way to go to get back into this one.
Yeah, it'll take time. They need to keep stringing together positive possessions. And defensively, they need stops.
Hands it from downtown.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Jazz leading by 14.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for the Jazz.
The sheer volume of three-pointers was the deciding factor tonight.
Yeah, they sink one and then do it again, and that strategy did work.
And a great team effort tonight, helped in large part with contributions in the nice night it ended up being for Colin Sexton.
Yeah, you know, he was a man on a mission in this one. The defense had absolutely no answers for him tonight.
From the arc, the shot's good on the assist by Jordan.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, they've got clutch guys on this team, and they never let up.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. George passes to Collins. Lets it go with a three. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. And here is McDaniel. And so it's Utah easily grabbing the win. It was a tale of two teams tonight. Much appreciated, David. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
couldn't be close, Brent.
You're right, B.A., but we're not doing it. We're out here on the court, and we want to see guys going at it. Tonight, given where these teams are, can the underdog step up, rise up, and get an unexpected win? We're going to find out.
And the Oklahoma City starting five. Some serious height in the middle. Holmgren, the 4, Hartenstein, the 5. Gilgeous-Alexander runs the point with Dort at the 2. And it's Williams in at small forward. Gilgeous-Alexander's shot is good.
Revenge! Alexander coming right back for 3 of his own.
Markkanen left side. For 3, Collier. Williams grabs the board. And so it's Williams with it. He brings it up for Oklahoma City. Puts up a deep 3. The offensive rebound. Count the basket.
Offensive rebounding is all about wanting it. Fantastic effort there, leading to second chance points.
Here's Collier. Dort defending. Took the opportunity when he saw it. Sexton's got 6.
Well, Sexton's confidence growing now, knocking it down from the three-point line. That's big.
And last season, Brent, many believe that SGA was deserving of the MVP award.
Well, he made such a strong case, B.A. I mean, finishing in the top 3, that is remarkable. He led that young Thunder team, again, to the #1 seed in the Western Conference and averaged 30, 6, and 5. He also led the league at 2 steals per game. What a season.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Dort. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Dort. Shot clock at 6. Lets it go from deep. Ooh, another miss by Gilgeous-Alexander. Utah has gone 3 of 4 on 3s here in this first quarter. Markkanen with it. Back to Collins. Here's Collier. Sexton, a screen on Williams. Sexton up top. Again, Utah.
That's in rhythm and right on target, as Sexton has a very well-rounded offensive game and playing in control now.
Markkanen from long range. Another 3 for Utah.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
For Oklahoma City, they've gone 2 for 5 here in the first. Gilgeous-Alexander from outside. Outside for Dort. To halt the run. Utah grabs the miss.
The green light they gave him early should probably turn red. He needs to get others involved.
Beyond the arc. And John Collins gets a 3.
They've shown so much energy right from the start, particularly on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. We know who that was.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Chet Holmgren makes up for his light frame with aggression. He said, quote, "You don't have to take a second look at me now to know that I'm not the biggest dude width-wise, so I have to hit first. Otherwise, the game's not going to go in my favor when things get physical," unquote. Brian, you agree?
I do, and you can tell he just refuses to back down, Allie. And for a scorer as prolific as Markkanen, he doesn't need the ball in his hands too often.
So many of his scores come off assists, so just a great sense of when to get into space and become available.
Now here's Collins. The 3 from Sexton. Hartenstein pulls it in. Thunder trail by 12. Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Collins against Dort. Markkanen from long range. Hartenstein pulls it in. And the Thunder shooting just 22% in the early stages of this one. Pass to Holmgren. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. To stop the drought. Kessler with a rebound. Kessler's got 4 rebounds now. Now Markkanen. There's a screen. Takes the 3. And another miss by Utah. Thunder trail by 12. Gilgeous-Alexander from outside. Gets the 3 ball to go. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 6.
SGA doesn't rely on the 3 to get his points, but man, when it's falling, watch out.
Kept alive. Kicks it out to Collins. Pass to Collier. The three. Oh, what an incredible end to the corner. Wow. And so it's the Utah Jazz, now holding a 12-point lead at quarter's end. They're getting quality looks, and that's why they're shooting at such a high clip. Back after this. We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for Utah.
Well, we're in the era of the three-point basket. So if you want to win games in this league, you have to connect from deep, and they have been thus far.
I love the passing that they displayed at the start of the game. Great ball movement that's opening up some chances without really getting deep into the execution.
On the floor for Oklahoma City, getting going in the second. They've got Alex Caruso, Aaron Wiggins out there with Williams. Then it's Cason Wallace, and it's Joe in at the point. Filipowski for three. Missed it. Now 0 for 1 in this game. Thunder trail by 15. Well, the Jazz are one of just 10 NBA franchises to never win a championship, Grant.
Yeah, you know, it's so hard to believe considering they have the 4th best winning percentage in NBA history. Think about it. If it weren't for one Michael Jordan, they'd probably have 2 rings.
George for three. Wallace pulls it in.
Man, that's his shot. Maybe he was too wide open.
4-3. Wiggins, no good. Jazz leading by 12. Filipowski for three. Offensive rebound. Clarkson for three. Fires in the triple. Clarkson's got 6 here in the quarter.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
Thunder trail by 15. It's Wiggins on the wing. He's scoreless. And here's George. He'll bring it up for Utah. They lead by their biggest margin of the game. It's at 15 points. Hendricks, no good. The Thunder have gotten nothing to go out of 5 attempts so far this quarter. Caruso misses. The Jazz have got 2 of 7 attempts to drop since the end of the first quarter. Pass to Filipowski. From outside the arc. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Caruso with the bucket. Jazz leading by 12. Wiggins with a steal. Oh, it's stolen away. Here's Filipowski. Williams defending.
These calls can be so difficult for officials to make.
Sensible is checked in for Utah. And Oklahoma City with a change here too. Holmgren's checked in. Clarkson for three. Sends it home from three-point land. Clarkson's got 9. All right, Grant, which U.S.-born player do you think has the best chance to supplant LeBron as the face of the league?
Oh, man, you putting me on the spot, B.A. Well, the conversation has to be between Jason Tatum, Ja Morant, and Anthony Edwards. They're the best young talent that the U.S. has to offer, and they're only getting better.
John Collins checked in for Utah. Sexton comes in for Clarkson. Sexton, that's good.
A growing aspect of George's game. He's working to become a strong facilitator.
Hardenstein passes to Wallace. Now here's Caruso. And there's 1:45 left in the second. Utah leading by 18. Filipowski for three. The shot won't fall. And Oklahoma City shooting only 25% from the floor. Not great. And another miss by Oklahoma City. The Jazz shooting only 36% during the second. And already one of the more consistent three-point shooters. Cason Wallace is lethal from outside, Brent.
Really impressive, B.A. in his first year to shoot over 40% from 3. Pretty selective in the ones he took, but still his #1 attribute is how disruptive he can be defensively at that guard position.
Jacks up at 3. The shot by Filipowski, no good.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts, but otherwise the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
Outside for Sexton. The three is up. It's good. Set up beautifully by George. George has got 3 assists in the game. Pass to Hartenstein. Back to Wallace. Williams from long range. The rebound by the Jazz. Filipowski's got rebound number 8 here already in the game. For 3, George. And it's Holmgren with a rebound. Here's Hartenstein. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a 3-point play here.
Great use of the bounce pass. Thumbs down on that one. Tough to defend against.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. Here's Collier. On the wing, Sexton. Fires from deep. What a play! He drains it at the buzzer!
It just nailed.
Thank you, Allie. Good stuff. We will be right back after this break for the beginning of the 3rd quarter.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot from. They're measuring up the shot.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Wow, Colin Sexton displaying all his skills today.
Through the first 2 quarters and change, his perimeter shooting continues to be spot on.
Yeah, you would hope the defense at least would start to consider creeping up on him just a little bit.
Sexton and Markkanen out on the wings. Collins and Kessler there in the middle. And it's Collier in at the point. And that's the group for Will Hardy as we begin the second half. For 3, Collins. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Grant, a big reason for Utah to be excited about the future. Their young head coach, Will Hardy.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, he's had this team competitive after trading away both Mitchell and Gobert. And I love how Hardy has developed guys like Lauri Markkanen.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, the Thunder have some grit. Coach Mark Daigneault said we compete, and on nights we aren't, we get back to that very quickly. The competition level and the willingness to do it together is the foundational piece. Brian?
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thank you. They set the screen. Pass to Sexton. Dort with a steal. And that comes off the assist by Gilgeous-Alexander.
And Dort has a nose for the bucket.
Jazz leading by 22. For 3, Collier. And it's Holmgren with a rebound. For Oklahoma City, they've gotten only 1 of 4 shots to fall in the second half. Here's Collier. Gilgeous-Alexander defending. Offensive rebound. Outside Sexton. Collins outside. Clock at 6. Drops in the 3. Collins has got 6.
Collins does a nice job there preparing for that shot using his base.
2 minutes into the second half of play now. Dort finds Gilgeous-Alexander. Fires from way outside. Collins with the rebound. Collins has got 4 rebounds now. Collins with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Collier, no good. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for OKC. Fires the 3. The Thunder with another miss. For Utah, they've got just 2 of 6 in the second half. Markkanen from long range. And it's Holmgren with a rebound. Holmgren's got 4 rebounds in the game. They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Back to Williams. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Lets the three fly. Drills it from deep. He's got 9.
Totally in the zone. The ticking clock doesn't disrupt Shea's play at all.
And over the last few years, SGA has emerged as an all-NBA level player, Brent. What's been the key to his success?
I think the key, BA, to him is his confidence. I think that he feels like he is overlooked on a nightly basis and does not get the respect he deserves. So he comes in with that chip on his shoulder, and he plays the entire game coming at any defense that people throw at him.
Pass to Collins. Launches it. Oh, he drains the 3, and he'll go to the line for one more. It's going to go on Chet Holmgren. So both teams changing it up here. You know, Grant, looking at the career of Colin Sexton, he had a huge 3rd season, averaged 24 a game.
Yeah, BA, and unfortunately, Colin hurt his knee early during his 4th year. Had season-ending surgery, but we've seen Sexton make a full comeback and just a dynamic scoring guard.
Filipowski for 3. Joe grabs the miss.
Not himself from range right now, but the only way out of this funk is to keep trying.
Pass to Wallace. Back to Joe. The 3 is up. Buries it from 3. Joe's got 6 points.
That's one of the best three-point shooters. You got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot.
There's the triple. And another miss by Utah.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself. It's never easy from that distance, but we see him drill those and shoot around all the time.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-up, so maybe just a step too far.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
Kind of like he's in his living room right now. He's found a comfort zone. Once he gets that, the defense knows they're in trouble.
Wiggins finds Caruso. Utah grabs the miss. Filipowski's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Clarkson for 3. The shot misses. And so it's the Utah Jazz. Already up 26 points as this quarter. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Woo, I'm fired up to see this dish one more time. It's always great to see your 2 guards share the wealth.
Sometimes that's what can separate some of the best players, not just creating for yourself, but creating for others as well.
And with the 4th quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. On the court for the Thunder, they've got Isaiah Joe, Aaron Wiggins out there with Williams, and it's Flagler in at point guard.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
Outside Joe. From deep 3-point range. The shot, no good. Fantastic ball movement for them tonight.
And things are definitely working offensively. A balanced attack is just so much harder to defend.
And an intentional foul right there.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Utah making a switch here. Juzang's checked in. Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. Thunder on D. Clarkson for 3. Knocks it down from distance.
Well, a lot of ways that Clarkson can beat you. Most of the time it's off the dribble, but when he's shooting the ball well, he's a dangerous offensive player.
Connects from downtown.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now it's a shootout.
And Williams has got the ball here for OKC. Back to Wiggins. There's the 3. Utah grabs the miss. In transition, here come the Jazz. Here's Hendricks. Joe grabs the miss. The Thunder have gotten just 1 shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the 4th. And it's Flagler missing. Utah's gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter here in the 4th quarter. Takes the 3. counted from distance.
And let's face it, when you're down this many points, you simply can't let them get that good of a look.
Teachable moment there. Lapses like this are backbreakers.
Wiggins for three. And another miss by Oklahoma City.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Here's Juzang. That three's off the mark. Oklahoma City has gone 1 for 5 shooting from the arc here in the fourth. Here's Flagler. Offensive board. It's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play opportunity. Sexton's checked in for Juzang. Chet Holmgren, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Caruso comes in for Flagler. Utah has gone 3 of 6 from downtown so far in the fourth. Pass to Sensabaugh. Here's Potter. There's the triple. Caruso grabs the board. Wiggins finds Caruso. Fires from deep. Joe misses. The Jazz have gotten 3 of 7 attempts in this fourth quarter to fall. They grab their own miss. From deep three-point land. That one no good. The Thunder have got 2 of 8 shots to drop in the final quarter. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. The Jazz shooting 33%. This hasn't been their quarter. To the wing, right side. Here's Potter. Utah with another miss. Oklahoma City shooting only 26% for this game. Not good.
And let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out with purpose and just overwhelmed the opposition. A great win for the Jazz.
All their efforts on the boards ended up paying off.
And just 2 tough rebounding teams, but they gave the extra effort and were rewarded for it.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for Colin Sexton.
Now, this was a showcase night of his skills offensively.
Pass to Holmgren. Just 3 to shoot. From deep three-point land. Rebound, Utah. Here's Hendricks from behind the arc. Hits the three-pointer.
An impressive job by this team. And you really can't discount the impact of this crowd here.
Awesome to see their output tonight, trying to urge their team on, and that can always help. That home advantage of home fans getting you going, fully on display here.
2-second difference between shot and game clock. Sexton misses. Caruso with it. The rebound by Potter. Here's Hendricks. Going inside. Ooh, can't throw it down with one hand. And so it's Utah easily grabbing this one. Showing that they're the far superior team. All right, Allie, thank you. And that about wraps it up. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill.
among the best defensive squads in the NBA, and this figures to be a low-scoring affair.
But it should be an entertaining one, Kevin. And if you're a fan of high-intensity, high-energy defense, there's a lot to love about this matchup.
So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. The 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Holmgren and Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. And it's Williams at the 3 spot. And good that time.
Yeah, teams will try to get physical with SGA, but make sure you understand that wiry frame is big-time strong.
Here's McDaniels. Misses the 3. Now the Thunder with it. Dort kicks to Williams. Holmgren against McDaniel. Holmgren the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Williams. 5 on the clock. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. And it's off from three-point range. Minnesota's gone 0-2 from deep here. Well, the ascension of Jalen Williams, Doris, has been swift and very fun to watch.
Oh, absolutely, Kevin. He became very quickly in his second season a number 2 option and, frankly, borderline 1A option. And it's not just his offensive game, Kevin. This guy has become a stout defender. He's got the perfect NBA frame, and he fits in personality-wise.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Hartenstein. Holmgren kicks to Dort. A three-pointer is right on target.
Boy, tremendous job having hands ready, feet prepared, catch-and-shoot opportunity for Lou Dort is good.
Randall finds Gobert. Conley with it. Out to Edwards. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Oklahoma City's gone 1-2 from long range in the first quarter. Nobody near Williams. No good with the triple.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Stolen by Dort. This one for 3. A shot by Williams, no good. Timberwolves have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Here's McDaniels, and that one falls coming off Conley's feet.
Well, if you want to pinpoint one thing about Mike Conley, it's his feel for the game. That's a pretty pass.
Williams passes to Hartenstein. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Bucket is good.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
But I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
It's good from long range. McDaniel's got 5 points so far.
How about Gobert with the find? On time and on target. Nicely done, Rudy.
And that one's good. Gilgeous-Alexander.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
And the basket by Edwards.
The work that Anthony Edwards is putting in as a shooter is there. That range shot so important. Nice three-point look right there.
Got that bucket in no time at all. He's got 9.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Naz Reid, he's checked in for Rudy Gobert. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for McDaniel. Then for the Thunder, Williams, he's checked in for Hartenstein. And it's Alex Caruso in for Gilgeous-Alexander. Well, DD, it didn't take long, did it, for Holmgren to live up to his draft status?
Holmgren, Kevin, was an immediate impact player on both ends of the floor. At his size, to be able to shoot with range and the rim protection he provides, it was absolutely worth the wait for his team. This young man has got a toughness that has shocked even me.
Clark is checked in for the Timberwolves. Alexander Walker comes in for Michael Conley. And then for Oklahoma City, Wiggins comes in for Holmgren. And it's Cason Wallace in for Jalen Williams. Now here's Wiggins. Three-pointer. And that one is off. 2-for-1 chance here.
Let's see if they use the clock to their advantage.
Randall against Williams. And the wide open shot from Reed. That's in. Coming off an assist from Randall.
Yeah, Julius Randall has a good feel on the offensive end. On time and on target with the pass.
Yeah, easy call.
Oklahoma City shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night.
And one of the highlights last year for this group was the fact that they were so efficient from the Terry strike. That's a huge factor.
Isaiah Joe, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. And he's good on the second. Here's Randall. There's 25 seconds left to play in the first. Alexander Walker passes to Reed. His three-pointers off the mark. Oklahoma City's gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from three-point range so far in the first. Pass to Joe. Here's Caruso. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Clark for 3. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so lots of scoring in that competitive first quarter. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
We've got a bunch of this game yet to be played, but they're shooting it well from the three-point line. That's got to be a welcome sight.
And their assist total, also impressive early, creating with the pass and playing for teammates.
They've got Dante DiVincenzo. Reed is out there with Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Then it's Dillingham, and it's Gobert in at center. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Timberwolves. You know, Greg, when you look at the Timberwolves' history, the first round had been a problem for them, but not last year as they swept the Phoenix Suns.
And you got to look at it as being a tremendous success, right? Because going into the season, I don't know that anyone thought they would have made it to the conference finals. But, boy, that young group gelled well together, and the sky's the limit for the future.
Such a reliable threat from range. You'd think the defense might key on him a little bit more.
And Wiggins throws it down.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, gotta chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
Yeah, and give him credit for taking advantage in a close game. Those are the types of plays that can swing things in your direction. Such a multi-talented threat on the offensive end, and you love his confidence.
Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got 5 rebounds tonight, and with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, the Thunder are young, but they figured out how to win. Defensive ace Lou Dort talked about their chemistry. He said nobody cries about shot selection or anything like that. We know what each player can do. We just really want to see the team win and succeed. And Kevin, you see that in their play.
Don't you, David? Every single game, pulling in the right direction. And so it's Oklahoma City with it. Anthony Edwards unable to get his last shot to go in. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. To the left side wing. Pass to Dillingham. Another miss by Minnesota. Thunder trailing by 4. It's Joe on the wing. Defended by DiVincenzo. And here is Holmgren. And Greg, you talk about toughness, a compete factor. How does a team create that culture?
Call it critical mass. When you have the entire organization and enough players committed to that kind of effort, everyone has to meet that level.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Daniels, he's checked in for Reed. And Mike Conley subbed in for Dillingham. Dort, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Gilgeous Alexander comes in for Alex Caruso. The Thunder have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Second shot opportunity, and that one is good from Hartenstein.
Well, you love the persistence on the offensive glass. All about effort right now.
Minnesota's gone past the three-point line for 13 of their shots. 6 of 13. Pass to McDaniels. Looking for Gobert. He gets it there. McDaniels kicks to DiVincenzo. Good on the triple. DiVincenzo's got himself going there. His first points of the game in the deep ball. And here is Holmgren. On the wing, Gilgeous Alexander. Outside, Dort. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Hartenstein. Randall's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. And Oklahoma City with a change here, too. Williams, he's checked in for Holmgren. Has to go Bear. Conley surveying the D. Randall with a screen for Conley. Shoots the three. And the rebound goes to the Thunder.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
It's Williams with the drive, and it's Williams with the jam.
You have to have the vision to find the open man. Beautiful pass.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Conley. Pass to Randall. Back to McDaniel. Edwards against Dort. 5 to shoot. McDaniels. The three-pointer, no good. Oklahoma City trailing. There's 42 seconds left in the first half of the game. Gilgeous-Alexander against Conley. And it's Jaden McDaniels with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Clark comes in for Rudy Gobert. And Nickeil Alexander-Walker in for Edwards. And then for Oklahoma City, Aaron Wiggins, he's checked in for Hartenstein. And Wallace subbed in for Jalen Williams. So it's Minnesota now, after Oklahoma City gets the three. Now, here's Dort. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander outside. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
That's a quick strike from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. In catch-and-shoot situations, those scoring instincts are right on point.
Alexander Walker passes to Conley. A shot by McDaniels, no good. That shot missing. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Oklahoma City out in front. They finish off the second quarter with a massive 16-6 run. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You know, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has been exceptional here tonight, guys.
And you know he's going to put up points every time out, but boy, he made it look so easy in that first half.
And let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
So for Oklahoma City right now, the 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Holmgren and Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. And it's Williams at the small forward. Greg, seems like we always talk about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's offensive side, but when it comes to deflections and steals, his defense, he's one of the best.
Yeah, his two-way ability is sometimes overlooked in the mainstream media. But people in the know how good of a defender he is.
So it's the Thunder now, after Anthony Edwards made that last three-pointer. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. He trains it as the shot clock ticks down. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 14.
Under the rest of that shot clock, the ability to stay focused and understand timing and when to get it off. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, yes, sir.
It's tipped, and it's out of bounds. The Thunder able to return possession.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
Yeah, the anticipation was there. The hustle was there. Very close to picking that one.
Looking at who's out there now for the Timberwolves. Reed comes in for Gobert, and it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Mike Conley. Hartenstein inside, guarded by Reed. Now Dort, pass to Holmgren. Here's Caruso. Off target from three-point range. And Randall has got the ball here for the Minnesota Timberwolves. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half.
Taking back the lead once more. Give these teams credit. Man, they are battling.
Neither team willing to give an inch, and neither able to seize the momentum. This has been a fascinating one to watch.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, thank you. Jalen Williams is a do-it-all dynamo for the Thunder. Coach Mark Daigneault said, we've cross-matched him onto centers. He'll shift him to a point guard. It's hard to explain how impactful that is for you. You have a great offensive player that you're also moving all over the lineup. Kevin?
He is the versatility. That is pretty special. DB, ever since winning the most improved player back in 2021, Randall has stayed scoring at an incredible clip.
Yeah, what makes this guy such a difficult matchup is his size and the ability to drive it. And now what you've seen is this evolution into a legit threat from three-point territory. He is such a difficult cover.
The Timberwolves making a switch here. Dillingham's checked in. And then for Oklahoma City, Williams comes in for Isaiah Hartenstein. And it's Isaiah Joe in for Dort. And not even three-quarters out of the way. So many lead changes.
The fans, guys, are getting their money's worth. Heck, I should have paid to watch this one. It's been a nail-biter.
Here's DiVincenzo. Following the score by Oklahoma City.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Here's Dillingham. Defended by Caruso. Pass to DiVincenzo. Shoots. Reed gets the bucket. Reed's got 8 points.
Have to love the ball distribution. Keep everyone involved.
Randall against Holmgren. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. A three for DiVincenzo. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Holmgren's got his 5th rebound in this one. Williams for 3. Sinks the three-pointer. 5 points in the game.
Oh, nice job there from Holmgren. His guys appreciate when they're open, he gets them the ball. Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
Boy, and not just the aggression, the ability to get to the rim, but how about the finish with intention?
It's good. Great play by Williams to set it up. Holmgren's got his 2nd basket of the game.
And great job from Holmgren. I like when he shows confidence attacking inside.
Here's Dillingham. Defended by Caruso. Dillingham with the bucket.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Outside Williams. Back to Joe. Pass to Caruso. Here's Williams. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
And that one falls for Williams. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Randall. Clark comes in for Edwards. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Mike Conley in for Dillingham. Then for the Thunder, Wiggins is checked in for Williams. Cason Wallace comes in for Isaiah Joe. And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander subbed in for Alex Caruso.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
And as we conclude the third quarter, what a game, neither team giving ground. Oklahoma. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, put the pass right on the money.
He's got the size to survey over the top of the defense and find the open man. That was beautiful.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Rudy Gobert is out there with Jaden McDaniel. Then it's Conley. Then it's Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And it's Clark in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the lineup for Minnesota.
And this is SGA's role. He's out here to score and score often.
Tipped away and taken away by Wallace. Wiggins against McDaniel. Wiggins outside. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got 6 rebounds in the game. McDaniels kicks to Clark. Out to the right wing. Here's Gobert. Offline with his 3. Oklahoma City leading by 4. Wiggins finds Dort. For the 3. Rebound Minnesota. Gobert's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Outside Conley. That one goes in.
They continue to battle out there, so close to taking the lead.
Yeah, but that's been elusive. They've missed a few plays along the way that they'd love to have back.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Takes it inside, and Gilgeous-Alexander throws it down.
Gilgeous-Alexander just taking the initiative, driving to the cup with purpose.
And there's the call on Lou Dort. That's his first foul.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Minnesota making some changes. Randall's checked in for Clark. Edwards comes in for Alexander Walker. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Mike Conley. And here's DiVincenzo from the arc.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
Right, he stays connected, and great timing on the contest.
Timberwolves trail by 4. McDaniels with the ball. Now defended by Wiggins. Here's Randall, and Randall throws it down.
Wow, Julius Randall getting downhill and leaves no doubt.
Dort passes to Wallace. Back to Dort. And it's McDaniels with the rebound.
It seemed like he changed his mind halfway through the layup, tried to go to something else, and flat out choked it.
I'd say everything went right in terms of execution. He just can't get it to go.
Wallace outside. He's looking for Hartenstein and finds him. Wiggins surveying the floor. Here's Wallace. Buries the long-range jumper. Wallace has got the lead up to 5 now for Oklahoma City.
And he gives up some size on that play, but the defender fails to close the gap.
It's incredible to me how players have become so adept at creating just enough space to get the shot off. Nicely done.
It's stolen by Randall. It's Edwards on the wing. Edwards cashing in from outside.
Such a clutch shooter. This guy lives for these kinds of moments and delivers.
And it's Jaden McDaniels with the foul. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Naz Reid, he's checked in for Minnesota. Conley now comes in for Dante DiVincenzo. Chet Holmgren, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Williams comes in for Dort. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Let's remember, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is 6'6", so getting on the interior is not a problem.
And so he drops them both. It's a 4-point ball game.
You must embrace the pressure and knock down critical free throws. Nicely done.
Outside for Randall. Back to Reid. Floats one up. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one on Williams. And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Thunder.
They have been a wrecking ball defensively, coming up with steals, being active with their hands, and just doing a terrific job of disrupting the rhythm.
And their fast break has also been a key metric in this run. They have had a significant advantage in transition over the course of this game.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He takes it in. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Williams. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And they had a foul to give, but you want to use it on the ground.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 3-point lead. He's off on the free throw, unable to get that second one to drop in. So it's Minnesota now. Oh, wow, a huge basket to tie the game.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
I'll tell you, it takes confidence to pull the trigger in that situation. You love guys who relish the moment.
It's Gilgeous-Alexander with the drive.
Now, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, by virtue of skill and temperament, so ready to deliver in these moments.
And here is Conley. To the wing right side. No one near Randall as he lets it go. He's off from 3. So a close game sees Oklahoma City taking this one.
You can feel the extra tension in the air.
No doubt about it. That heat is palpable. Everybody wants to be at their best and prove they're the superior team, but the fireworks and friction is real.
Here are the starters for Utah. Markkanen and Collins, the 3 and 4. Collins Sexton out there with Collier. And it's Kessler in at the 5. Conley passes to Edwards. Offline with a 3. Utah with the ball. Here's Collier. Collins a screen. Fires the 3. And that's good. Collier for 3.
And that gets us rolling. Whew. What a tremendous atmosphere in here tonight.
Boy, I tell you, you're right. You can feel this one looking like it's going to be a tight one throughout.
Gobert finds McDaniels. And here's Conley. Fires the 3. Gobert passes to Randall. Nails the 16-footer.
You know, Randall has a nice package. He's got a good touch, good mechanics, and he's a capable mid-range shooter.
For 3, Collier. Rebound, Minnesota. Edwards fires from way outside. From beyond the arc, and then some. Utah has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. And Anthony Edwards has stated that his goal is to ultimately surpass Michael Jordan.
Hey, look, that is a lofty goal to run after. I don't know if he'll catch it, but I like the fact that he's ambitious enough and confident enough to put it out there. His ability speaks for itself. This guy's a star already, and his star continues to shine. His work ethic and confidence give me belief that he's going to have a chance to at least get close to that. We know about 25 years ago, there was a guy named Kobe Bryant who sought to do something similar to what MJ did, and he got pretty close to matching.
Pass to Collins. Here's Collier. Can they get it? McDaniels with the rebound. Minnesota's gone 2 of 5 from deep. Gobert finds McDaniels.
Jazz foul. Collier. First personal foul. First team foul.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. For 3, Conley. That shot off. Jazz trail by 5. Sexton looking around. And Mike Conley picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game. DiVincenzo, he's checked in for Conley. And a switch here also for Utah. George is checked in. Shoots over DiVincenzo. Here's George. Pass to Collins. It's Markkanen on the wing. Knocks down the long J.
And the quick trigger of Markkanen is impressive. He's got such a fluid release, too, especially on these catch-and-shoot jumpers.
Now Randall. Back to Edwards. From downtown. Rebounded by the Jazz. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards. That's his first foul. And Minnesota with some changes. Reed's checked in for Randall. And it's Alexander Walker in for McDaniels. Filipowski, he's checked in for Utah. Hendricks comes in for Markkanen. Here's Hendricks. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in this first quarter. 6 on the shot clock. Utah with another miss. Minnesota in the lead. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, John Collins is fitting nicely on the Jazz, and Coach Will Hardy said he's given us a huge lift on the offensive end. He's a tough cover, the way he's able to mix up popping and rolling. The defense can't prepare for just one thing. It makes him a dynamic threat.
Able to score on multiple levels, Allie. Thank you.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
It's George on the wing. And the go-ahead bucket, no good. The Timberwolves have gone only 3 for 9 from the floor. Edwards for 3, good. Third basket in 6 attempts.
The challenge with defending Edwards, he's a 3-level scorer.
And so it's George with it. He brings it up for the Utah Jazz. Trailing by 5. And Gobert with a block. And it's going to be out of bounds with the Jazz retaining possession. The Timberwolves making a switch here. Clark's checked in. Potter, he's checked in for Utah. Clarkson comes in for Sexton. Here's Minnesota. They're on an 11-3 run. Pass to Gobert. Back to DiVincenzo. Puts up a deep three. It's rebounded by Hendricks. Jazz trail by 5. Clarkson with the ball. Fires for 3. Ooh, almost had a 4-point play right there. But he'll go to the line with a chance for 3.
As he often does, Clarkson pushing the action, drawing a trip to the line.
And he sinks the second. And he nails the third. George against DiVincenzo. Gobert passes to Reed. Outside, DiVincenzo. With 2 seconds left. And he takes it up and lays it in.
Ooh, just selling the defense on the pump fake.
He gets it up. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And we've reached the end of the first quarter. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Timberwolves.
Yeah, their early focus on outside scoring has paid off. They're finding plenty of points from three-point land.
Well, how about the transition game, too? I mean, that's been another key for them, moving the ball quickly up the floor. Let's see if they can keep that up.
On the floor for Utah, getting going in the second. Keontae George out there with Jordan Clarkson. Then it's Filipowski, and it's Sensabaugh, and it's a 3. Pass to Dillingham. From deep. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Could have been much better defense. I mean, you can't give this guy any room to operate.
George outside. Clarkson finds George. This one for 3. Another 3 for Utah.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Pass to Potter. Here's Sensabaugh. George outside. There's a screen. For 3. McDaniels with the rebound. Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. And he might not blow you away with numbers, but there's a reason why McDaniels is on the floor so often, Clark.
Hey, B.A., I love his versatility at both ends of the floor. He knows exactly what's needed from him by his team. He gives it to him. He doesn't need a lot of touches. He just plays the game. Love his motor. Love his consistency. He is the epitome of a value utility guy.
Edwards, he's checked in for Minnesota. Here's Sensabaugh. Checked by Randall. 6 to shoot. Outside for Sexton. Markkanen outside. Oh, the soft touch from Markkanen, the 7-footer.
I mean, let me remind you, Markkanen is 7 feet tall. It's incredible how he shoots it so well from deep.
And Edwards slams it in.
Making sure of it with the 2-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him with the score this tight. You cannot take a chance here.
I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing that this is a critical time in this game.
Outside Sexton. Markkanen for 3. Another 3 for Utah.
And Markkanen has a beautiful stroke. Superb at getting himself squared up and then quick with the release. He fires it right away.
Utah leading by 3. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. And Jaden McDaniels picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game. And Minnesota making a change here. Conley's checked in. John Collins checked in for Utah. Back to Sexton. Pass to Collier. The 3 is up. He drops it from range. Collier's got 6 points.
Nice awareness there from the big man Collins. Solid at finding his teammates when they're open.
Conley passes to McDaniels. That one's good. And it's Conley who picks up the assist. Grant, when you talk about consistency and officiating game to game, you think there's room for improvement?
You know, I do think so. I mean, they're allowing more contact, but overall, more clarity on what constitutes legal guarding position would help players and officials.
Now here's Conley. No made baskets yet. The kick out to Edwards. Tried to come right back with a three of his own, but it's no good. For Utah, they've gotten 6 of their 7 shots to go in the second quarter. Sexton against Edwards. Pass to Markkanen. Ooh, McDaniels with a steal. Randall deciding where to go with it. Outside McDaniels. Oh, he finds himself wide open and drills it. McDaniels got 6 in the quarter.
Attacking right away. McDaniels wasting no time there.
Now here's Kessler. For 3, Collins. It's rebounded by Anthony Edwards. Outside Conley. Pass to McDaniels. Outside for Randall. Beyond the arc. The rebound by Markkanen. And so Markkanen will bring it up for the Utah Jazz. It's a 3-point game. Outside for Sexton. Collins against Randall. 6 on the shot clock. Collins passes to Sexton. The Jazz need to get one up in a hurry. For 3, Collier. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Right side Conley. Pass to McDaniels. And here's Conley. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. No good. That would have tied it. Outside Sexton. Lets it fly. No good. Would have counted had it gone. And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game. Thanks, Allie. After the break, we'll see you right back here to begin quarter number 3. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one, as both teams trying to gain an edge. Boy, you gotta like what we're seeing from Anthony Edwards.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of.
Ant is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Rudy Gobert is out there with Julius Randle. And it's Conley in at the 1 spot. So that's the lineup from Minnesota. Timberwolves trail by 3. Oh, he picked him clean. And here's the fast break. For 3, Collier. And the 3-pointer goes. Collier's got 9 points.
It's so hard to pass up a 3-pointer when the D is completely scattered.
Gobert, no good. Utah leading by 6. Pass to Markkanen. Another 3 for Utah.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor space.
And you know what? It's all about the long distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
Now here's Randall. McDaniels from long range. The rebound by the Jazz. Kessler's got his 7th rebound here tonight. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. The Jazz are making progress. Coach Will Hardy said this team has shown grit and character and has developed a lot of confidence. When we're going through game preparations, the players walk away knowing if they do certain things, they can win. That's a big step in the right direction.
A bright future, Allie. Thank you. Now here's Markkanen. They lead by the biggest margin of the game at 9.
So much fun watching Markkanen catch fire like this. He's a capable, efficient scorer who does it at a high rate.
Gobert finds Randall. Ooh, once again, off the mark by Minnesota. On offense, here's Utah. They've gone on an 8-0 run. Markkanen for 3. Drains the triple. He's got 17.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Yeah, never a bad idea to have Randall with the ball. Just a great passing forward.
Here's Collier. DiVincenzo covering. Pass to Collier. Now Sexton, just 5 on the clock. And a miss there on the triple.
We know how good a shooter he is. It's frustrating for him when he's not able to knock down that kind of wide open look.
The shot by Alexander Walker, no good. Jazz leading by 12. For 3, Collier. They get it again. Pass to Markkanen. Here's Collier, defended by Gobert. On the wing, Sexton. For 3, Collier knocks down the long J. Collier's got 12 points in the game.
And, you know, even though he's not a lights-out shooter from deep, the defense still has to be more aggressive there.
The 3 ball. Third quarter of basketball here. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Timberwolves trail by 15. DiVincenzo driving.
You know, it's hard to contain DiVincenzo when he's on the attack, which is how he gets these whistles.
It's his first trip to the line, and Minnesota with some changes. Reed comes in for Julius Randle, and Dillingham subbed in for Clark. The Jazz on offense. They're on a 14-4 run. Pass to Potter. They set the pick. Here's Filipowski. Here's Hendricks. No points so far. Three-pointer. He buries it from 3. And the Jazz lead by 16.
And that's a defensive lapse. A shooter of his caliber can't be left wide open.
Gobert with a screen on Clarkson. A deep 3. DiVincenzo can't hit. And stolen by Gobert. Out to the wing. And here's Dillingham from the arc. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Jazz leading by 16. George for 3. Oh, drew the foul and almost hit the three-point bucket. But he'll head to the line for 3. It's on Dante DiVincenzo.
And there's no question George can fill it up. For him, it's about focusing on shooting good percentages.
Anthony Edwards is checked in for the Timberwolves. There's 37 seconds left in the third. They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
And here are the Jazz. They're on a 20-4 run. Puts up a 3. The shot by Filipowski, no good. Timberwolves trail by 19. Here's Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Watch out now. Look out below. Edwards rising to the rafters.
Utah with another miss.
I wouldn't say that's exactly his spot now. I mean, and you can see why.
The triple hits for Edwards.
I love it. Just thumbing his nose at the height disadvantage. He's able to get the space he needs and convert.
And you look at him, he's given up an awful lot of size in that matchup, so he needs...
And so it's Lauri Markkanen making things happen for Utah. Hit a couple from downtown this quarter. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist to the game.
Just a selfless decision from your 2-guard, showing his ability to get his teammates good looks.
Yeah, and as a 2-guard, he's typically not a reluctant shooter, so it was really nice to see him orchestrating for a teammate instead.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. And Utah looking at who they've got to start the fourth. Jordan Clarkson is out there with George. Then it's Filipowski, and it's Sensabaugh in at the 4-man spot. Back to DiVincenzo. Pass to Conley. Here's the 3. Sinks it from distance.
Nice, sweet lefty stroke from Mike Conley. Has really worked on that part of his game.
The 3 is up. And Hendricks gets it to go. And the Jazz lead by 14.
It's turned into a showdown here. Dueling from distance.
Looks to me like there could be something personal taking place here.
Clarkson for three. And again, it's Utah with a three.
Looking strong. Clarkson gets great elevation on that jumper.
Launches it from deep. And that one's good from Conley. Conley's got 6 in the quarter. Jazz leading by 14. Clarkson outside. Pass to George. Lets it go from deep. On target from range.
And there's a nice rhythm to his three-point shot. You know, George has a confident stroke.
From deep, Conley. The rebound by Filipowski. Filipowski's got 5 rebounds in the game. And Jaden McDaniels picks up the foul. Side out. That'll be a second foul of the game.
Yeah, he tried to gain position, but couldn't quite get there.
Yeah, he was one step late that time.
Julius Randle's checked in for DiVincenzo. So Utah going with an almost entire new group here. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. Collins a screen. Out to the right wing. From outside the arc. Utah with another miss.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Let's go with a three. And Conley gets it to go. The assist by Edwards. Conley's got 9 points now in the second half. George passes to Collins. Fourth quarter of play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it now.
And one of the bright young stars in this league. Collins is aggressive and he makes plays.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Jazz?
Well, I think they've been lethal from beyond the arc this game, no doubt about it. Hard to defend such spot-on shooting.
Yeah, another thing you notice are all the assists. The ball just has energy, and everyone is getting involved.
The three, Conley. Collins with the rebound. Utah leading by 16. And Mike Conley picks up the foul. That'll be a second foul of the game.
And that puts them just 1 foul from the bonus.
Yep, they'll be trying to draw that next foul quickly so they can start getting those easy chances at the stripe.
George passes to Kessler. And here's Markkanen. Hits the trifecta. Markkanen's got 20 points.
Now you have to extend that defense. I mean, you really have to stay connected to him at all times.
Yeah, especially with the score being what it is. I mean, you got to tighten it up on defense.
For three, Conley. Utah grabs the miss. Collins outside. Misses the three. And so it's Edwards who brings up the ball for Minnesota. Trailing by 19. Outside Conley. The three. The rebound by the Jazz. Kessler's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. Sexton passes to Markkanen. Buries it from 3. Markkanen's got 6 here in the quarter.
And what a complete performance we saw from them. A dominant win in every way for the Jazz.
Pretty clear who the better team was today. They dominated in just about every phase of this game, Grant.
B.A., it's almost hard to think what didn't go well for them. Their plan, their execution, everything was absolutely on point.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Lauri Markkanen.
So impressed with this performance today. He was confident, he was composed, and the defense just didn't know how to adjust.
The three from Sexton. And Conley grabs the miss. And here's Minnesota now. From deep. Collins with the rebound.
It's never easy from that distance, but we see him drill those and shoot around all the time.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check and was maybe a step out of his range.
The Jazz again can't hit. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Puts up a deep 3. McDaniels can't hit. It's been all Jazz. George for 3. Knocks down the triple.
They really came in with the right mindset today. I can guarantee you their flight home will be filled with some smiles.
Yep, to have a stress-free win on the road, very satisfying. The fans are already headed for the exits.
Now Conley. And so it's Utah easily grabbing this one. All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that'll do it, folks.